everyone, welcome to our group presentation. We are Sky Group and there are 7 members in our group. Today we will explore an important part of grammar, that is complementizers. And here is our outline, and I will present about introduction to syntax. The term syntax is from the ancient Greek syntaxis, a verb noun which literally means arrangement or setting out together. Traditionally, it refers to the branch of grammar dealing with the ways in which words, with or without appropriate inflections, are arranged to show connection of meaning within the sentence. Syntax is the study of how words are combined to form sentences in a language. Thus, syntax concerns the system of rules and categories that underlie sentence formation and the internal structures of sentences. And then Thảo Anh will present about types of complementizers.
We've moved to the type of the complementizer. For the first, I want to introduce about the complementizer. So what is complementizer? It's a word that introduces a complement clause, and the functions is connected dependence clause to a main clause. For the first type is declarative complementizer. Declarative complementizer introduce the statement or declarative clause. For example, he said that he would come. So the word that here is introduce the information that the speaker is conveying about someone's intentions to come. Another example is I believe weather. Weather is will rain or not. So in this case, weather indicates uncertainties and connect the statement to an implicit questions about the possibility of rain. Is the second type in interrogative complementizer. So it is introduce the questions of the integrative clause. They often used in the reported speech and the embedded questions. So the common in integrative complementizer is if and whether. For example, is she asked if he was coming, or he wondered whether she would join. It used to introduce yes or no questions. So interrogative complementizer allows us to introduce questions as part of the larger statement. Here's some different key difference. Here's why declaratives complementizer convey information. Integrative complementizer have incorporate the questions into the sentence. Now we will move to another type of the complementizer.
Now I will focus on 2 more types, relative complementizer and conditional complementizer. These types are essential for creating complete sentences with precise meaning. First, relative complementizers are case in forming relative clauses that provide extra detail about nouns. These words such as who, whom, which, that, though, where, when, and why follow the noun. They modify and connect it to a clause that clarify or specify its meaning. For example, in the book that series is interesting, the complementizer that link the clause that series to the noun book, adding descriptive detail. Grammatically, relative complementizers connect a modifying clause to a noun without introducing a new main clause. This function makes them indispensable in creating descriptive layered sentences, enhancing communication by allowing precise identification and elaboration of noun. Next, conditional complementizer introduce conditional or hypothetical scenarios where the main clause validity depends on the subordinate clause. words like if, unless, as long as, in case, even if, and whether service this purpose. For instance, in if it's rain, we will stay home. The complementary is established the conditional for the main clause. The complementizers are flexible in sentence placement, appearing either at the beginning or in the middle. Syntactically, they introduce a subordinate clause that defines the current tenses, influencing the main clause. Their ability to express dependencies or causality make them crucial for constructing sentences that articulate relationship between event or action. In summary, relative and conditional complementizers are essential tools in English syntax. Relative complementizers enrich sentences by specifying nouns with additional information, while conditional complementizers articulate dependencies or conditions. Majority of the complementizers enable more precise and versatile communication, fostering clarify and deep in writing and speak.
Now we move to the new complementizers. In some contexts, the complementizer that can be omitted. You can understand that may be called the complementizer deletion. Too easy to imagine, we move to the example. Look at the sentence, I wish that I had a feet. And now we delete the complementizer that, and we earn I wish I had dog feet. So you can see the meaning of the sentence is changed. And it is the result of the new complementizers.
And now I will discuss about the role of complementizers in syntax. The first is common complementizers is in English include that, if, and whether. And secondly is clarifying clause relationship. Complementizers help clarify the relationship between the clause they connect, such as determining the type of clause include declarative, interrogative, or conditional. And next is position in expert theory. In expert theory, complementizers either cease it means complementizers has position and sit above the clause they introduce. And this position is significant for sentence interpretation and affects how information is conveyed within a sentence. And finally, it makes impact on sentence structure and interpretation. The structure of complementizers influences the syntactic behavior of subordinate clause, affecting how sentences are understood.
I will discuss cross-linguistic perspective. Complementizers vary significantly across language, impacting grammar in unique ways. The first is positioning. In initial language, for example English, complementizers appear at the start of clause, while in final language like Japanese, they appear at the end. This structure affects sentence interpretation and flows. The second is clause type. Languages like German use different complementizers for statements like that and question like of, adding clause type distinction. The third is optionality. Some languages allow optional complementizers, for example English, while others like Korean require them, imparting clause clarity and linkage. The fourth is agreement. Certain languages such as purpose feature complementizers that agree in gender, number, or case, clarifying syntactic relationships. And the last one is grammaticalization. Complementizers often evolved from other words, like Japanese too, enriching syntactic and semantic flexibility. So we move to the next part.
Hi everybody, now I'm talking about practical application. The first is Social data analysis helps analyze opinion and emotion from social media comments, supporting companies in better understanding the public. The second is grammar correction, a tool designed to spot structural error in complete sentences, idea for supporting language learner. The third is language learning support. Complementizers support language learner by clarifying sentence structure, enhancing reading comprehension, and sentence building skills. And the last is information extraction. Complementizer helps system accurately extract information from complex text in natural language processing. The next part is conclusion. Complementizers are important in sentence structure as they link clauses and clarify their relationship. They enrich language and reflect cultural aspects. Understanding complementizer is useful in error and line-message translation, semantic and analysis, and interactive technology. In short, they are essential for both grammar and advancing linguistic research and technology. Thanks for listening.